Lakers narrowly escape embarrassment. Earned comeback win over Mavs. The Lakers led big in the first half, trailed big in the second half, but eventually pulled out a win in Dallas. The Lakers led by as many as 14 and trailed by as many as 15 before coming from behind down the stretch to beat the Mavs, 116-110. The Lakers used a strong first half to hold a comfortable lead for much of the second half. All of that disappeared in the third quarter as LA was thoroughly outplayed, losing the period 35-14. Dallas scored the first 6 points of the fourth quarter to make it a prolonged 41-14 run. After eventually settling the ship, the Lakers mounted a comeback led by Marcus Smart, LeBron James, and Rui Hachimura. A pair of huge three-pointers from Rui gave the Lakers a lead in the fourth that they would not relinquish as they closed out the win. The game began with LeBron James and Cooper Flagg exchanging baskets. Former Laker Max Christie knocked down 2 three-pointers. Deandre Ayton was off to a good start for LA, scoring 4 points. Quite a few fouls were called, resulting in 8 free throws between the teams. At the 5-minute mark, the game was tied. Luka Doncic was the first player in double figures with 10. He also drained 2 out of his 3 attempts from behind the arc. Rui Hachimura scored a quick 5 points off the bench. Jared Vanderbilt once again provided excellent energy and hustle. He also scored 5 points, 3 of which came from a corner triple. At the end of the first, the purple and gold were up by 9. The second period started with a 3-pointer by Marcus Smart. Caleb Martin responded on the other end with a triple of his own. Los Angeles was putting in a good effort defensively, holding the Mavericks to 40% shooting, allowing the Lakers to extend their lead to double digits. At the 5:16 mark, LA was up by 14. Los Angeles was having a pretty good half from behind the arc, shooting 50% compared to Dallas' 41%. Christie continued to light up his former team, pushing his point total to 13. Hachimura was a bright spot offensively off the bench for LA with 10 points. At halftime, Los Angeles was up by 13. Najee Marshall opened the third period by scoring in the paint. LeBron responded with a mid-range jumper on the other end. The teams exchanged 2 more baskets until shots stopped falling for the purple and gold, while Dallas scored 4 in a row. The scoring run grew to 10-0 for the Mavericks, making it a 3-point game. The Lakers were forced to call a timeout to regroup. Out of the break, Marshall scored on a layup. Dallas jumped ahead by 1 thanks to a runner in the paint by Flagg. Luka stops them the bleeding with 5 points for LA, giving them the lead back. Both teams also exchanged triples, keeping the game tied. Brandon Williams was having a great game off the bench for the Mavericks with 17 points. Los Angeles shot an atrocious 31% from the field in the third. They allowed Dallas to score 35 points to their disastrous 14 points. Going into fourth period, the Lakers were down by 8. The final frame began with Drew Tim airballing a 3-pointer, which was a great example of how terrible this game became for LA. Williams then continued a strong performance, converting on a 3-point play. Los Angeles called a timeout again after Martin drained a 3-pointer. Dallas' lead was now at 14. Martin pushed his point total to 17 points, draining his 3rd triple of the game. LeBron started taking over offensively, tried to his team to a comeback, scoring 7 points to cut the deficit to single digits. At the 5:06 mark, LA was down by 8. LaRavia then knocked down a triple after Smart stole the ball from Flagg. With just over 3 minutes remaining, the Mavs led by 5 after a pair of Christie freebies. A layup by Luka made it a 3-point game once more. Christie was sent to the line again and converted on both free throws. Hachimura drained a 3-pointer and drew the foul, completing the 4-point play with 2:44 remaining. Hachimura then knocked down another 3-pointer on the next possession, giving the Lakers the lead. Flagg converted on a free throw after he was fouled to make it a 1-point game. Smart then scored 2 on a putback layup off a missed 3 by Hachimura, putting LA up 3 with 1:40 left. LeBron extended the lead to 5 with a layup. Luka added the finishing touches on an impressive 27-9 scoring run with 4 points of his own and while drawing a charge to seal the win. Key player stats. Doncic finished the game with 33 points, 8 rebounds, and 11 assists. LeBron ended with 17 points after coming alive in the fourth, to go along with 8 rebounds and 5 assists. Jake LaRavia pitched in with 13 points. Smart scored 13 points with 7 rebounds and 3 assists. Hachimura notched 17 points with 8 rebounds off the bench. Ayton struggled mightily, scoring 9 points on 4 to 16 shooting. Vanderbilt pitched in with 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. The Lakers' next matchup will be against the Chicago Bulls on Monday at 5 p.m. Pacific Time.